Vorsicht an den Türen und bei der Abfahrt des Zuges. Die Türen schließen automatisch.
Good evening, folks. Welcome aboard the train sim world here, where we're on Ruhr Nord. No, we're not. We're on Rhein, Ruhr, Osten. Beg your pardon. It's this one or the other. Anyway, we're going to be driving the red one. I overshot the station there, you see, but I was trying to be dramatic with the opening, and these things happen. Let's say hello to a few people. Tigo, nice to see you. Two Broom, Burger Pom, Joshua, Arsenal, NJ Transit. Moggy's here. Hugh Mundo's in house. What else we've got? Zenon, James and Zach Builds and Crazy and Nigel and Blitz and only me and Bill and OB and Len's here and Jamie and Euroman Games and Jim Bob Boliath. I like it. And Koozer and Train Boy and Tomato Pluckers and Irish Spud and Aidan and Vector and Hentis Rail and Frank and Chris Million. Nice. And Danny. And anyone else? P. Yang Crocher? Could be. I don't know. JP, obviously, here handing out bans willy-nilly because he just doesn't care. Right, good. Hello there. Good. Right, smashing. Let's get this one restarted. I'm going to try and go through a couple. And this first one is rated at 30 minutes long. Now, this is a bit of a doddle to drive this one. No, I'm not going to put the PZB on. All you PZB fans, nah, not today. We're just going to get on with this. So first job is get on the right track. So we'll do this. See, I checked both ways there before jumping down on the track. Oh yeah, safety first, me. There you go. Yeah. See, that's the safest time to cross the track, that is, when there's a train just departing. Definitely the safest time. Good. Right, there we are. We're going to go for the 422 to start with. And then after that, we will we'll poke around the timetables and see what we can find. Someone yelled about the 143 earlier on. Probably give that a go. But I saw a question that I was going to answer and I forgot. When's the next Q&A? That was the question. Don't know yet. When it's ready. So definitely not this week because we've already advertised what we're doing this week. So next week at the earliest. But we haven't got it scheduled just yet. Well, obviously, having pushed the game launch back a little bit, we've got a little bit more time before we're all done and dusted. Yeah, this is my safety right here. Yeah, this is my PZB. It doesn't work. It's rubbish. I overshoot everything all the time. I'm speeding and going through signals and all sorts of business. It's completely useless as far as the safety is concerned. Did I enjoy my couple of days off? I did enjoy my couple of days off. It was nice to take a break actually, and I managed to get off a train. She just evaporated. Yeah, I managed to spend the whole of Saturday not plugged into a computer at all, which was, I mean, dramatic and wondrous. Yeah, that was really quite something. I haven't seen that in a while. Right, let's. Where's my little toggle over here? I want a little bit of lights on. There you go. Smashing. We'll turn the wipers on to. Oh, what do you think about 4? Yeah, I think 4's about right. Yeah. Lock the doors. Okay, can do. Right, smashing. There we are. It is a bit moist. You're not wrong there, Jim. Or Jim Bob, I should say, or Jim Bob Boliath. Right, okay, we're going up to the Wuppertal Unterbarmen is our first stop, and it's in just over 1.5 kilometres. So I am indeed gripping it and ripping it. I'm going to try and get on time as much as possible to start with, because later on, obviously, there'll be no such thing. Look at that, right on the speed limit. I should probably have my lights on a little bit more. Hold on, I'll find it. It's okay, I've got a mile to try and find my lights. They're on a little Twizzler. I found them earlier when I was doing my test run. No, they're not. They're on these. Okay, there you go. Put high beams on. Sweet. Good. Right, there we go. Will there be light rail routes like DLR or Croydon trains for TSW in the future? I'm really not going to talk about what TSW2 is going to do in the future. We're focusing more on what TSW2 is going to do in the near present at the moment, and even then, I'm only going to answer questions today that have been previously answered. So if you've missed an answer from a Q&A or anywhere else for that matter, I'll quite happily reiterate that information. However, the next Q&A session is coming up shortly, but even then, we won't be talking about what we're doing in the future. We want to talk about what we're doing right at the launch of the game, so that you know what to expect if you're thinking of picking it up. Right, let's get some brakes on here. First station is always a good brakes test. Yeah, get a bit more brake here, I reckon. There you go. Yeah, that's promising. Yeah, that's pretty promising. Yeah, that's good. Good. Ease it off. Roll it some. Okay, not bad. Then, Achtung brakes. Go on. That's it. And hammer them on. There you go. Close enough. Yeah, that's pretty close. Alright, let's get them down. That's not the button I want. I want this one. Unlock. Oh, crumbs. Left. Probably. Yeah, there we go. Everybody get out of my train and go and get damp. It's important that you do so. Right, there we are. That's good. Will the original Train Sim World DLCs be available to purchase after the release date for Train Sim World 2? Yes, they will. So basically, as soon as... No, basically, when Train Sim World 2 comes out, on the store that you would usually get Train Sim 1 DLC from, no change. You won't notice any difference at all. It will stay pretty much exactly as it is. All the stuff that is available now will be available then. But what you'll notice if you go over to the Train Sim World 2 page is that additional items from Train Sim World will also be available there, if that makes sense. So the same DLC will effectively be available in 2 separate locations underneath different games. Now, if you own DLC from Train Sim World, you don't have to do anything at all. It's going to be sat waiting for you as it enters the preserved collection. Okay, clear as mud, I know, but we've got FAQs and stuff for that kind of thing. Please put your PZB and CIFA on. No. There you go. I mean, you asked very nicely, but it ain't happening. Because I don't need anything to get in the way of me just ripping it and ripping it. I'm quite happy to answer a few questions here, and that requires me to actually concentrate occasionally on the chat. How far have we got? 1.5 kilometres to go to the next one. It's a problem with S-Bahn, you see. You don't get much time to drink in the beautiful environment that is covered with rainwater. It's 5:05 in the morning, you see. I mean, you know, what are you going to do? Well, you're going to get wet mostly and look into the dark. Good. Right. Yeah. I'd rather stay with the train moving rather than it yelling. It yelling "Sifa, Sifa, Sifa" is fine by me. It's the mysterious box of PZB mystery that makes me go, what? What do you want? What do you want from it? I'm pressing the button. What more do you want? And it's still being enigmatic at you. It's just refusing to reveal its true desires. They just go, no, I'm going to stop the train here. And you go, yes, but why? Why are you stopping the train? If someone would tell me, that would be super duper. And this is one of the things that we're aware of, is that we need some tutorials for this kind of stuff, you know. You know, something to kind of go, here's how PZB will spoil your fun if you try and have any. So there you go. Now, I appreciate that some of you rather enjoy the PZB ruining your fun. Not me, no. No, I can't. I'm fine making my own fun. Yeah, it might not have been the most graceful landing. What happened there? But there it is. I didn't leave the passenger doors open. I showed them. Can I show the scenery? There you go. This, I'm pretty sure, is a tree. Over there, you've got a building. You've got some lamp posts going on here. That might be a sign. That's a signpost. Look, it says F for train. It's not, of course, train. It begins with a Z. How to make orbit camera. Use cursor keys. Cursor keys. Unless, of course, you're on console, in which case I don't know, because I don't use a controller. Other people in the chat, though, will have a controller, and therefore they may be able to give you the information you so richly deserve. Yeah. Okay. Please switch on the destination display. There you go, it's on. Look, no one can read it because it's covered in rainwater, but other than that, it's all fine. Yeah, we're going to stand. No, it's not stand. Stand. Acht at Hagen, Hotmanhof. Who's my favourite wrestler? The Ultimate Warrior, obviously. Why wouldn't it be? Yeah, there you go. Do I play Train Simulator? I do. Did I play TSW2 yet? No, I didn't. No, actually, I'm going to put. I say this every time. I'm going to put it on my to-do list for tomorrow. I think I could probably square away an hour or so to give it a go tomorrow. But the good news is, the longer I wait, the better shape it will be in by the time I get to give it a spin. So that's all good. Right. What else we got going on here? When is the next Q&A for TSW2? I already answered this, but I'll answer it again. You're just late to the party, that's all. Don't know yet. It's not this week. There you go. Anyway, the next one is going to focus on the Bakerloo line, and we'll also be talking about how routes are selected and longer routes and route length and all of that kind of stuff, because we've got a lot of good information on that. We were going to answer it in the Kolnachen Q&A, but we didn't really have enough time. We had plenty of questions in there already, so we're going to talk longer routes in the next one. Yeah, we've done our homework already. It's all ready to go, that one. But Bakerloo will be the focus. Yeah, I might. I don't know. We might do a little bit more. No, we won't do a little bit. We haven't got enough time to do a little bit more, man. You ran out of time last time round. There you go. Park it. That's on me Deutschmark, that is. Right, open them up. There you go. It's all good. Right. Will dovetail live improvements such as driver logs, etc. be discussed as part of a future Q&A? Frank, there's absolutely no reason we wouldn't do that. We're going to have a kind of any other business Q&A after we've gone through each of the routes and we've covered the features in detail and that kind of thing. So get your question in for that one when the time comes. You will know when the time comes because you will see some words written somewhere about where exactly we're hosting, and you'll be able to get your questions in at that point. It's a good question, though. It is a good question, and I don't know the answer. I'll have to talk to Team Dovetail Live to get the answer to that one. It's all right. They've largely forgiven me, so it's going to be fine. Where's Riddick? I don't know. Yeah, that's on Crematoria last time I saw him. There you go. Yeah. Right. Slow this monkey down. There you go. Chance. Right. Are you looking WWE? I'm not, as it happens. I'm really not. I've never been a big wrestling fan. But, you know, you've got to have a wrestler. My German is quite funny. Yeah, but I'm giving it a go. And that's the bit that matters. I mean, just because you can't pronounce it correctly, it doesn't stop me with English. I don't see why it should stop me with any other language. But I'm giving it a spin where I have ein bisschen of knowledge. There you go. Yeah. So, no. Yeah, I'm a non-prototypical Englishman in that regard. Is that I know a smidge of several languages and not afraid to use it. Big Daddy or Giant Haystacks? Haystacks all the way because he's flipping enormous. Yeah, the man was a mountain. It's the size of a Fiat Punto. Yeah, he's... oh, hold on, I'll possibly overcook this. Right, hammer the brake on, lads. Give me full brake. Yeah. Is it e-brake time, do you think? No, actually, I think we might be all right. Do you, though? Yeah. No, I think we've got it. I think we've got it. We had to crank it on there a bit, but we're fine. Okay. All right. Good. Now, give it some more. There you go. Obviously, if you're riding on my train, you don't want to be a passenger and stood up before you get to the station because you're likely to go rocketing forwards into the tea trolley. How's my evening? It's raining. Look at this. Look. Filthy weather. No, it's just... it's disgusting. Right. When you can... Oh, I see. Just JP handing down the law there. Good. Passengers don't mind a bit of whiplash. As long as they're on time, they'll put up with a lot. Yeah. Can you say something in German? I have done. I've said a few things in German. Looking forward to Major League Baseball starting up again. Not especially. It's one where I'm quite happy to play the video game. Not so bothered about a real thing. I mean, quite happy to go to the real thing and watch a game live, but watching televised coverage doesn't really bother me. No, it's like most sports in that regard. Quite happy to play FIFA. Couldn't give a monkeys about association football. Couldn't care less. Right, is the cabin light? Is cabin light near the headlight switches? Yes, I'm pretty sure it is. I've got it off at the moment. Yeah, there you go. Cab light. It's off at the moment. On, it's just a bit, it's a bit too much. I quite like the subdued lighting. It keeps me in the mood for 5 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, do you like the NFL? Yes, I do. What's my YouTube channel name? Oh, about 1,000 people in the chat. Well, okay, there's 181 people in the chat. All right, each person in the chat will tell you about 6 times. It is relatively common knowledge. Relatively. There you go. See, Train Boy, straight in there. Yeah, but he's a regular. He's one of the supporters club. Right, I'm almost on time. No emergency brake either. Give it time. Right, dabber brakes here. I'm probably braking a little bit early in the first instance, but not smoothly enough. This would be a good one to learn given the relatively simplistic nature of the controls, obviously if you've got the PZB turned off, this would be a good one to learn proper stopping distances on, because it's all about learning how quickly your train will go from whatever speed to a standstill, and then you can just tinker around with the brakes until you can find a nice smooth stopping speed. But as it goes, pull your hood, you've got a hoodie. Oh, crazy lady stood out there with just getting wet. I mean, if that wasn't bad enough, a hood's probably filling with water. Gracious me. Where am I from? I'm from East Anglia in England. There you go. Yeah, but I've lived in various places all over the country, so I've picked up quite a bit of different accent components going on in there. So it's turned into kind of largely southern, but with occasional inflections from elsewhere. The BRR 422 has very strong brakes. It does have very strong brakes, but it's a commuter train, so it's all about start quick and stop quick. And this works for me. Yeah, there we are. Can I do Train Simulator next time? It's all scheduled in advance, OB. You can see it on the Facebook every week. It goes out usually, unless there is some form of catastrophe. Usually we'll have the schedule up on a Monday. And you can see exactly who's doing what and on which day. Anyway, today I'm doing this. Tomorrow, Matt will take you through the Steam Workshop and do a bit of Train Simulator. I'm back for some Train Simulator to cover something that is nothing but a string of letters and numbers, which I assume is a new locomotive of some kind. Probably is. And then Matt's back again on Friday to do something else. Oh, he's doing a... Yeah, he's got a funky route on Friday. I can't remember which one it is, but I went, oh, that sounds interesting. Hold on, we got a red inbound. Which is first, station or red? Station. Okay, we got a red at the end of the platform. Okay. All right. This would be the one not to overshoot. I'm concentrating. I'll be back in a moment there, chat. I'm just concentrating on not hosing this. You need to give it a little bit more on the brakes there. That's it. A bit more on the brakes there. Really? Yeah. Power brakes. Power brakes. Don't mess up the only one that you can't mess up. Oh, I've got it. Stop panicking. It's all under control. There we go. We'll roll it forward to a thoroughly relaxed landing place where we're just going to go, yeah, I see the red. Yeah, it doesn't bother me. Right, bothers me a little bit though, so we'll put the brakes on here. Right, good. Get out of my train. Alright, good. There we go. I've got it. No, I've not blown nothing. Oh, have some faith. Come on. I've got it. I've got it all good. Yeah, it's all totally fine. Danny, what was your question? I didn't see the original question. I only seen your replies, because I'll confirm that quite merrily for anybody else here if you're talking about what I believe you're talking about. When's the next time you'll be doing an American route? Don't know. We won't talk about new routes just yet. It's all about the what's coming to Train Sim World 2 to start with, and then we'll talk new routes after we've got that rather sizable hurdle out of our way. Yeah, there you go. When Steam comes to TSW2, what engine would you like to see? Ooh, I'm quite partial to oh, damn, the name has immediately left me brain. What's it called? Consolidation. There we go. Consolidation will do me very nicely. Yeah. He's asking about the NEC route. Yes, the NEC route is not coming to TSW2 as part of Preserved Collection. Oh, we haven't let him in yet. Alright, keep it. That's alright, we're still loading. Unlock the doors. Yeah. Sorry. I saw the signal was green and I was itching to go. Right, get back on. Right. Stop getting on. Alright, then we'll push off. Do I like the Greater Anglia Flirt? I've not been on it yet. So I am not. I'm not equipped to judge. I've seen some video, but I haven't actually been on it myself. I haven't had the need to, obviously, because we've all been encased in our homes for the last however many years. So I've not had the need to go out on one. Right, is GWE... No, everything else, Preserve Collection, all other routes are in the Preserve Collection. It's only NEC that isn't making the cut. We'll probably go into a bit more detail about why that's the case ahead of time. But no, that was... it's because I alluded to not all routes might make it into TSW2 as part of Preserve Collection. So that needed clarifying, which is why that's now clarified. Why are you not upgrading Train Simulator to DirectX 12? Come on, man, it's been out of date for 18 years. Yep, it has. And you know what else? It's probably going to be out of date for 18 more. Because it's archaic. That's why. Keeping it running is a challenge. And when we last upgraded the version of DirectX that it was on, that was... actually, no, we converted from 32 to 64-bit. Or we made 64-bit available. Pretty sure. Yeah, that was a large amount of work to make that happen. And that's not to say we don't want to put a large amount of work into stuff. It's just you have to win where you can win. And supporting DX12, yes, there'll be some advantages to it, but it's mostly a question of you got this many resources, what are you going to use them on? So it's not top of our agenda list. Frankly. NEC to the wood chipper. Well, NEC will continue to work on Train Sim World. It just won't be brought forward in Preserved Collection for Train Sim World 2. It is a somewhat problematic route. Let's put it that way. I had a good conversation with Matt about it earlier on today, so my knowledge is slightly richer than it was before. But we're talking about covering it in a bit more detail at some point. Just so you can understand some of the things that, or some of the learnings that we've had after the original game, because you know, to say mistakes were made is you know, it is a fair assessment, and it might prove to be interesting. NEC is an amazing route. Well, you see, that's just it. I think NEC is rather the neglected stepchild. It is, you know, it's not one of the best. Let's put it that way. But at the same time, there are a good portion of people out there who absolutely love it. You know, flaws and all. So there you go. What is NYC? That's New York City, Burger Bombs. NEC is Northeast Corridor. Yeah, you know, you've got to give me some credit for actually knowing that it's Northeast Corridor as well. Frequently, these three-letter abbreviations, they throw me for all sorts of curves. There, horn. There you go. You're not missing a lot, but there you go anyway. Happy to oblige. Yes. There you go. That's it. Good. Will there be announcements on Train Sim World 2? We haven't spoken about that yet, so you're going to have to submit that as a Q&A for the last one. I think we might have done. I think we probably said no. Given that that's the answer, there are no platform announcements in TSW2. Brakes, please. Thank you. Oh, overcooked this one. That's all right. Everybody can get off. Are they? Can they? You sure? Yeah, look. It's just me. Look, even I can get off a train. It's fine. Just, you know, people will show a bit of gumption where it's required anyway. Will rail adhesion apply to preserved content such as East Coastway 377? That is a case-by-case basis. Some of them yes, some of them no. It's not the rail adhesion that is the problem. It is the measures that are used to govern traction is the tricky bit. Making the physics improvements work with preserved collection stuff, piece of cake. But you might well find yourself completely unable to do anything at all if it hasn't got slip mitigation systems properly implemented into the loco. So yeah, I think Matt was telling me. And I think it was the ICE actually. I think the ICE was run on the Bakerloo line, and he put his brakes on, having got it up to a fair whack at the first station, and it just slid for ages. So adhesion is doing what adhesion will do. I'm pretty sure it's the IC. Anyway, apparently Bakerloo is pretty challenging for adhesion. You've got to be quite careful with the throttle and the brake and so forth. But we'll go into more detail on that on the Bakerloo stream. I don't think I'm breaking any rules there by talking about that. I've got Mike over there on the hotline. He'll tell me if I should shut up on that one. But he's not saying anything at the moment because he's probably doing other things. He's probably, you know, I don't know, writing a spreadsheet or something. Could happen. Planning out what we're going to do next week. Yeah. Something exotic, please, Mike. That'd be nice. Where are we? I don't even know where we are, but I mean, we're in Germany, obviously, but beyond that, no idea. With NEC coming to test NEC is not coming to Train Sim World 2. I assume you missed the not out of your question. Is there going to be a new Amtrak route? Look, it's going to be a... Thank you, Mike. Mike says I'm good. I think it's a fair assessment to say that there'll be an Amtrak route in the future, but we're not talking about future plans at the moment. We're still covering, you know, just Train Sim World 2 and getting it launched in the first place. There's plenty to do. Sit the PZB on? No, I'll pass, thanks. You know, handling the PZB at the best of times requires a bit of concentration, and I'm endeavouring to concentrate both on stopping in the right place and handling the occasional question that comes up, or at least chatting with you in a semi-informal fashion. Yeah, there you go. Semi-informal, of course. Train Boy, this is really not the appropriate place to ask that question, is it? You know better than that. Right, stick CIFA on then. Oh, I don't know where the button is. I'm quite Look, it's raining, it's dark, it's probably quite slippery outside. The passengers are all miserable because the weather's rubbish, and so far I've stopped in the right place every time. Just be grateful for any level of competence being shown. You only want me to put on safety devices so I hose it up. I know your caper. And to be honest, I'm quite capable of hosing it up on my own. I don't need your assistance. No, it's all relatively straightforward. I might not even do a kernel cam because these stations are so flipping close together. Right, come on, that's it. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. I mean, if it makes you feel happier, I'll just yell CIFA, 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 CIFA every 20 seconds. It's a pretty authentic experience. How much did I miss by? 0. Look at that. Doors. Perfect. Open the right ones. Alright, I've done. Yeah, see? Look at that. Within the white safety lane. It's all good. Are the potatoes ready in the buffet car? No, we're in Germany. We haven't got a buffet car. Not on this one. Yeah. Yeah. Where can I find the forums? Someone is going to post the forum link any moment now. Or you could scroll up ever so slightly and probably find it. Isn't CIFA Little Caesar's slogan? I am unfamiliar with Little Caesar. When Microsoft adds a new train simulator with the technology they used in Fit, you can already close the store. It's what you deserve for treating customers that way. Well, we're looking forward to it. Frankly, having another competent train simulator out there in the world is a good thing. We welcome the competition. And as soon as Microsoft want to pile in, we're looking forward to it. Good. CIFA, 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 CIFA. Oh, we're going. Yeah, okay, I'm going. Unless I missed an instruction said that you're now done. Nope, apparently not. I'm approaching an incident. Oh, golly. Okay. Reduce my speed. Yeah, I'm reducing it. There you go. What do you want? 40 kilometres an hour. Okay, well, I got that. I'm doing 30. Okay. Ooh, got to pass a fallen tree. Okay. Well, if it's not fallen on the track, then there's no big... I wasn't aware that there was going to be a dilemma on this one. Goodness gracious. There we go. Can you ask... you can ask Danny don't bother. He's going to give you the same loose, and I'm not over. I'm over speeding by 1 kilometre an hour. Chill out. Yeah, he'll give you the same loose answer as I have, because we want to do it in an article rather than anything else. Because that way we can do all sorts of stuff. I am not over flipping speeding. 41 is not over speeding. Honestly. I mean, where is this train of which you speak? That's rubbish. Respect for the tree. Oh, I see. We're paying our respects to the tree, so we're moving at a respectful pace. All right. I'll sound the horn. There you go. Good. I am going slow. It's because we were going downhill. I had the brake off and we were picking up speed. I see. That's my error. That one. We'll just give it a gentle dab of brake. AFB. Easy for you to say. Will there be any other routes outside the UK, US and Germany, like you did with Canada? Again, not going to talk about plans for the future at the moment. I think it's probably a fair assessment to say that while we're still going to be focused on the big three, we will probably cover other countries as well, but it will be sporadic in nature. As more developers join the partner program, it increases the likelihood that we'll get more routes from a variety of countries. But there are no plans to speak of at the moment, and even if there were, I would not be speaking of them at the moment. There we are. An Australian route. No, don't start. Because we want Australia, we want India, we want Japan, we definitely want the Netherlands, we want anywhere you like in Scandinavia, obviously. Italy, France, where else? I'm sure there's some belting routes in Africa that we could include. Is this a station, or is this where this tree is allegedly? Or is this just the end of the safety zone? End of the safety zone. Right, floor it. We're behind schedule. North Pole's on the wish list? Absolutely. Polar Express, we can get that in there. Do I have the destination board on? I've no idea. I'm going to press Zug and see how we get on with that. There you are. I'll press Zug. Didn't do anything. Ooh, I've over-gripped it and ripped it there. Alright, let's start easing her back a little bit. Otherwise we'll zip past this one with aplomb. Right. 600 to go. Can you add multiplayer? Multiplayer is one of the things we would absolutely love to add. However, there is no multiplayer in Train Sim World 2 when it comes out next month. You're hoping for some US freight routes in the desert where you can pull a massive freight train at 80 miles per hour. You're speaking my language. Yeah. I'm well up for that. That sounds like a right chuckle. Yeah, no, that sounds jolly giggle-worthy, that one. Some kind of quad-headed with some helper units in there as well. Yeah, all of that business. Big, beefy horns. Yeah. No, that's my kind of thing. I mean, it doesn't make for a fascinating viewing experience, of course, but for just, hammering it on down there, it's great fun. Good. We're going to talk about longer routes in the Bakerloo Q&A stream, Mark. So hold on to your questions for that, because we've already got lots of answers. Hentis, no, multiplayer's a good thing. What the issue you have is not with multiplayer as a gameplay-based concept. It's with the people you are going to encounter within multiplayer, unless you have curated those people. And if you want to drive sensibly and you end up with someone whose idea of fun is see how far I can make it go, how fast I can make it go before everything falls off the rails, or they decide just to park in between two signals and leave it there for 6 hours, those are the kinds of people you probably don't want to play with. However, if you find a group of other people who also want to play sensibly, could be a lot of fun, and that's the bit that's important. Yeah. What else we got? What? Hang on. Whoa! I see. Stop reading the chat so fervently and pay attention to how fast you're going. Talking about longer routes in a stream that has the shortest route in the game. Well, it's because we were going to do it on the ice Q&A, but we didn't have enough time to cover it. It's probably about 20 minutes worth of questions and answers that we already have. So we wanted to make sure we do it justice. And now I've hit the e-brake deliberately there because we were going to go flying past this one. Yeah, go on, come on. I mean, we're going to stop perfectly, as it turns out. But even so, you know, there was a moment there where I thought, no, there's no chance this works. So I gave it all of the brakes twice. There we go. Good. Right, unlock. Right. Yep. Yeah, I'm not done. No, you're not going to catch me doing it, Nebworth. And if I did, I'd back it up. See, I mean, my passengers get off where they need to get off. And it's that straightforward. Even if I have to get fired to make that happen, it's going to happen. Speeding ticket, yeah, well, it's fine. The passengers will be thrilled because they're arriving on time. So there you go. There's speed awareness course. No, Sam needs to not read the chat while trying to ride a train. But that, of course, makes for a decidedly dull Twitch viewing experience. It is largely that we are here together having a nice time, all talking about trains and stuff. Oh, I won. There you go. Won the game. Give me a gold or else. Yes. Ha 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 ha. Right. Good. Excellent. I only sped once. And look at this. That's the break we did at the end there. Great stuff. Let's see how we were doing on time. Yeah, we ended up being behind time at Schwelm. And we managed to pull a little bit back for Gevelsberg. Gevelsberg Kip still behind. Gevelsberg hotbound off platform 1 now. We were well behind. And then Hagen, we were 2 minutes off. But my stop accuracy at the end there was a metre. But we did 21 centimetres at the previous. Any better than 21 centimetres? 0.01, that's where you started from. Oh, okay. Still got a gold? Ha ha ha. Good. Right. Excellent. Let's go over to the main menu, and then we will head into the timetables where we will take on another train. Right, what have we got going on here? Now then, I've got the full suite. We got the 155. What did we do last time? We did the 155 last time. Or did we do the 143? Do the 425 or the 143? It's 155 or 143. Place your bets, which do you want? That's 2 for the 143. If I see a third, that's the one I'm doing. There you go. All right, okay. No, we've selected weather. I want summer, clear. Yeah, no precipitation, no wetness, low level, no clouds. Wind strength though, well gusty. Right, continue. Okay, now then, we could go. Let's pick something early evening. We just started before sunrise. Let's finish with a little bit of. What about mixed freight from Hagen to Wuppertal Steinbeck? All right, give it a go. See what happens. All right, you can't have the pacer. No. Right. Any idea when the Bakerloo Q&A stream will be? No, not yet, Dean. It's not this week. Earliest it'll be is next week. But beyond that, couldn't tell you. Go via location, 25 kilometres away. Okay, Rob, well, I've got to turn all the stuff on first. The brake cable appears to be in there. That's off. All right, direct brake release. Yeah, what do we got here? Auxiliary drive. Okay, that's in case the Klingons obviously take down the shields and we need auxiliary power. What else have we got going on here? What are you? Door selector. That's like bow selector, I suppose. Sand, off. That, no idea. Horn. Okay. Opening a couple of notes of Furley's there. It's not, but it's still funny. What else we got? I've not driven this before, you know. And there's an acknowledge, there's a release, there's an override. 3 buttons we're not going to need. And then heading over this way, we've got a traction brake program. Yeah, running program. Yeah, desk light. Hey, I found what I should actually use. Instrument lights. Yeah, we'll have some of that. Yeah, auxiliary control. Yeah, reverser. Forwards, I reckon. No, I have used this before because I'm level 2. Okay, AFB, not interested. Right, what else we got? Any other buttons you want me to play with before we say... Oh, window. There you go. And that one. Come on, crank it down. Right, okay, good. Where is the AFB? Oh, I see, we do this all on the AFB, do we? Well, that's currently doing nothing at all, so evidently I have not completed setup. Oh, there's going to be more switches hiding somewhere. That's the C for C for C for C for button. Okay, I will refer to the chat in about 20 seconds if I am unable to locate the thing that I want. That's released. Driver's brake valve released, and then we got into running. That's probably a helpful thing to do. Alright, give it a try. See what we get. No, that's only setting the AFB. That's not the actual throttle. Okay, well, where the flipping heck's the throttle live then? No, that's also the throttle. Oh, okay, fine. So it's speed limited. Where's the fun in that? Right, what are we packing here then? I'll find the lights in a minute. Oh, that's my favourite horn, that one. Oh, I like it. Yeah, no, this is grand. Okay, better pay attention, just in case we've got a red coming up. I've got a feeling that we're going to trip a red on this. Right, okay, so lights. If I were the lighting switch box fuses, where would I lit? Over here, obviously. You would think. No, cab light. No, don't need cab light. I want headlight left on. Yeah, give it some of that. And we'll have headlight on. Yeah, we'll have all of them on. Oh, yeah, there you go. Got lights now. There you go. Yeah, we're rolling. It's all good. Right, there you go. Whew. Smashing. Oh, we could go a bit faster. All right, set the AFB up another couple of notches. And it's going to be groovy. Yeah. I'm sure I'm going to come unstuck here, you know, but in a kilometre and a half, we've got a 100 limit. So I'll give it all of that. Yeah. What is this? This is a 143. This one. There you go. Let's give it a hoot. And yes, the solenoid is rather marvellous to hear. There you go. There it is. Right. Okay. Yeah. No, look, I've got a bit of viaduct action going on here. This is jolly nice. I mean, I've adhered myself to the front of the train, so you know this isn't a proper Colonel can going on. But we could do that. No, I'll let it trickle through the camera there. If we do, is it that? Yeah, that's the one. Right, I'm going to assume that we're not going to die anytime soon. And we'll try and get a nice shot out of this. This might be challenging given the amount of furniture that there is to collide with. There we go. This is promising. No, it's still good. Still good. We're still looking at Vic. No, I've bumped into our hedge. Damn it. Alright, look, you've got a straight bit here. Assuming there isn't a red centre. That, this. No, we're all fine. It's all good. Sure? Yeah. Get back off. Right. Let's cross over this side. Let's back it up here. Right, and then let's set ourselves up and hope we don't collide with the catenary pole. I reckon we'll be alright. Right, give some of that. Oh, collided with a catenary pole. This is still quite pleasant though. I don't mind this too much. It's a bit too close up. You're not getting the full parallax, which is the reason that you're here. And we're sinking. We're sinking. It's okay. It's alright. It's good. Alright, stick it back on. Jump in the cab. Alright. We're rolling. Oh, I can go quite a lot faster. Alright. Thump it. Let's go. Right, there you go. Yeah, good. How's Jeff this week? Still a cat. Yeah, still damaging himself at the moment. He keeps running into stuff. Well, he keeps scuffing himself while he gives chase on various different woodland creatures in order to excommunicate them. But beyond that, he's fine. These are the wagons. These ones. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Yep. These are those. For whoever it was, wanted to see what sort of wagons they were. It's kind of a brownish red, or a reddish brown. I think we might go for reddish brown rather than brownish red. Yeah. We're beyond optimum kernel cam speed now, unfortunately, but you know, c'est la vie. These things happen. Kirsty means I want to buy Hauptstrecke Rhein Ruhr, but I have a question. Can you drive other trains like the BR182 or the 146? Those two specifically, someone will be able to answer. I don't know off the top of my head, but we can have a look when we're done here. That's easily done. Are they full of Mars bars? Don't know. Could be full of anything. Yes. Good. Right. Yeah. So look, there you go. I mean, this is what we're doing here. Pacer update makes it go to 142. I don't. Well, the only way you're going to get a pacer up to 142 is if you drive it off a cliff. And it would have to be quite a high cliff at that, because it's got to accelerate from not a lot. 4.5 mile hype? You're dreaming. We've still got 20 kilometres to go. See? Look, it's a long way off. Yep. Does TSW2 let you put any train on any route like a 47 on West Coast Way? Yes, it does, but only after those trains have been introduced via West Coast Way. But the scenario planner allows you to put whatever you like, wherever you like, if you turn off the rails mode on, which allows you to go crazy. If you want to keep it realistic, you turn off the rails mode off, and then it will only allow you to use locos, trains, consists that would be suited to that particular route. Yes. You can drive any of the German locos, all the German routes except rapid transit. I'm going to take your word for that, Derek, because I don't know better. Good. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Just. We've got 20 kilometres to go while I've got this thing thumped up to max speed, but we're currently, as we're going uphill, we're struggling to get past 85. Let's do this. You keep getting PZ bed. Well, you don't want to get PZ bed. I've found that the secret to avoid having the PZB ruin your fun is to never turn it on in the first place. And then you can just, you know, there you go. There you are. TSW2 Bakerloo line without including Stonebridge Park Depot, London Road Depot and Queen's Park Depot, question mark. Save that question for the Bakerloo Q&A stream, which this is not. Obviously. It is obviously not the Bakerloo Q&A stream, for this is not a train that currently operates on the Bakerloo line. Unless you're using scenario planner with off the rails turned on. Yeah, see, there you go. I turned a refusal to answer a question there into a feature demonstration, or at least the hinting at a feature demonstration. You've got to admire the skill, my friends. Yeah, there you go. No, actually, my issue with PZB is that I've got no idea how it works. I've got no idea what it's for. I don't know what it is. I mean, you could all explain it to me. Oh yeah, it's an important safety system that was introduced in. At which point I start going, because I don't care that much. However, were someone to put together a couple of minute video explaining at least how to use it, and that if one wanted more of a challenge when driving a German route, that enabling PZB would present more of a challenge, particularly if you're very familiar with the route and the loco and all that kind of stuff, and you want a more authentic experience, that's an entirely different matter. But as it turns out, I turn up, drive something random, and then clear off again. And that's really all there is to it. So to stick PZB on with one that I'm driving is basically just going to mean that we grind to a halt every 3.5 seconds. And that's that. You see, it's not that hard if you get used to it. And that's the thing. To get used to it, you have to learn how it works in the first place. And I'm not that big a glutton for punishment. I would love to explain PZB to you, but I haven't got a clue what it is, beside that it stops your train at random. Yep, that's my experience too. And meanwhile, the CFA gentleman is just yelling at you constantly. You kind of go, what? I've pressed Q. What else do you want? Can you turn off the rails on in scenario planner or in the settings? In the scenario planner. So when you're creating a scenario in the first place, you dictate whether it is going to have off the rails enabled or not. If you go to last week's Q&A video, we actually show gameplay footage of scenario planner being used, so you can see where it sits in relation to stuff you're setting up. Matt explained it and I still don't get it. Which bit don't you get, Paul? Read the manual. The manuals are for the week. No. I've played games before. I should be able to intuit what to do. And if I can't intuit what to do, well, it's not me. It's not me that's at fault. Paul said something. I said, what? Paul? Oh, Matt explained PZB and Paul still doesn't get it. There you go. See, and, you know, Paul's pretty sharp. If anyone were going to get it, you'd go, oh, Paul will totally get it. You know, you want him on your pub quiz team. He is the person who gets it. If you wanted to run a Class 37 on Great Western Express, would I still need to activate off the rails in scenario planner? Probably not. I'm only going to say probably not because I don't know for certain. Because if the train would naturally be suited to that environment, and to be honest, even if you turn off the rails mode on, you can then still play by the rules and only deploy stuff that you would find there. It's more about where you wouldn't expect to see that locomotive. So an electric locomotive running on a non-electrified line, for example, or a ruddy Great American diesel, excuse me, running in the Bakerloo line. That's what off the rails allows you to do, is just completely defy the laws of physics. But putting one British diesel on another British line, that seems pretty plausible to me. So there you go. Oh no, someone's trying to... Pete, you're trying to... No. And you're a Pedalston, are you? Are you related to the Professor? Because he's tried to explain it to me in the past and I stopped listening. I mean, Matt, you're a fascinating individual, but honestly, the subject matter's just leaving me cold. In-game training is much more fun. In-game training is a heck of a lot more fun, and eventually that'd be something we'd love to add. But we've got a massive long list of things that we'd love to add. But you only have a finite amount of resources and a finite amount of time to use those resources. The delightful individual who was saying earlier on that he was hoping that yonder Microsoft came up with a train sim using their flight sim technology. Yes, multi-billion-dollar company Microsoft making a simulator of some kind. I imagine it would look rather good. I can foresee that. That's a 50 kilometre coming up. You're a bit late. I've only just hit the 80 limit. Still, we don't fall off the track, and that's because this train knows that I am the train master. I'm endeavouring to get it to slow down. Obviously, that particular speed limit change, even if I paid attention to the bit at the top corner there, you would need a little bit more attention to it. That said, I'm not actually using the brake, am I? No. Right, let's give it a dab of brake here and get the situation in hand. Get the situation in. Get situation. Would you mind getting in hand? There you go. Let's put a bit of that on. All right, and then well, I guess we'll do some of this as well. Oh, there you go. That's got it. Well, you might as well not bother. Direct is getting the job done. Yeah, you can leave it there. Driver's brake. No, you're a disgrace to brakes everywhere. Actually, we're pretty much on the limit now. We've got a 40 coming up in a kilometre and a bit. Let's release the brakes so we don't slow down too much. And then the AFB might take care of the remainder of that business. Although looking at it now, I'm going, the AFB is in no way going to take care of the remainder of that business. So let's give it about 30% and see if that does the job. Good. What trains are in this route? German ones. I can't remember, but obviously I've got all of the add-on locos as well. So I don't just have the route itself and the stock trains that come with it. I've got loads. Stick that back to 40, and then give this. No, it's not that one. It's going to be this one. There you go. Yeah, occasionally I learn keyboard controls. It's not doing anything. All right, put the driver's brake on as well then. It's because we're going downhill. Yep. A little more tilt than we should be doing. It's all right. I've got it. It's fine. Although how you're supposed to operate both of those brakes with one hand, I have no idea. There you go. That's it. We're on the speed at the right time. 50 metres to go. How am I doing? I'm having a lovely time. Thank you very much. Yeah. I think all German trains are on this route except the Tanner 2. Yes, but they don't come with the pack by default. Oh, hold on. We seem to be a little bit out of puff here. Ooh. Is this because this is a challenging section? No, it's 0.1 degree up bubble. No, not full service. That's not helpful. Release. Right, yeah, and you. Release that as well. Okay, we're not getting any amps. Yes, we are. Maybe I need to ease this back a bit. Come on there, Tiger. Let's go. Go, go. That's it. There you go. Right, good. Yeah. Can you drive the Dos on Hauptstrecke Rhein Ruhr? You can, I believe, if you have it. Mike will confirm, but I'm sure someone in the chat will confirm if they have the knowledge. Yeah, there you go. You live in Germany, but in Bavaria. I've been to Bavaria. It's very nice. Go to the Schwarzwald. Been to Ulm and München, which is delightful. Both of them. I've been up the top of Ulm Cathedral. It's terrifying. It's just not right. I mean, it's not the top of the cathedral that's the problem. No, it's walking back down them flipping stairs afterwards, and you're walking down. You've got arrow slits all the way, and you put your foot down, and you kind of go like, well, there's an arrow slit right by my foot, and my inner demons are just kind of going like, nah, that's all wrong. Give us some carrot. I'm working on it. It's not the fastest responding loco consist, this one, because I've obviously got, you know, quite a few Yorkies in the back here that we're trying to haul. Yeah. There we go. Thanks for asking. Look, I have main special. Yes, good stuff. All the Yorkies, plenty of them. Let's up the tempo. I'm trying. You've got to plan ahead when you're hauling something with this level of weightitude. You've got to think about it in advance before you do anything. See, look, we're going downhill on a 3% down bubble here, and if we're not careful, we'll bottom the boat. I don't know if it's going to take us below crush depth or not, but you never know. Give it some more of that. Better have some of this while we're at it. Yeah. Is that managing it? Mostly. Yeah, no, that's got it. That's got it. Nah, that's got it. Okay, ease them off a bit. Yeah, ease them off a bit more. Yeah. Does this look like it's flattening out? Yes. Do you know why? Why? Because it is flattening out. Oh, okay, good. Right. Right, brakes off. I don't like this AFB business. I want to be able to grip it and rip it. Not grip it and the computer goes, alright, I'll work on that for you. Set your AFB and the train will keep speed. Flip it won't. No, hogwash. I don't buy that. Doesn't slow down. Doesn't appear to want to apply the brakes. Besides which, isn't it LZB that you need in order for the it all to be basically your speed to be entirely automated? Hmm? 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 I know some stuff. Ice 3 rocks. I've been getting tuition from MR Max. It's Ice 3 on this street. Nice. Presumably that's with everything turned on. That's with the full Fandango enabled as well. Right. German freight wagons work on UK freight trains. They do, because obviously they have to cross international borders. I've seen them do it. When is the Bakerloo line stream? Not this week. Don't know yet. We'll advertise it ahead of time. Will you get to do the VO for the TSW2 tutorials? They have yet to ask me. Obviously, given that I am a paid employee, if they were to go, you're doing the VO for these tutorials, I'll go, oh, all right then. But having someone who isn't me do it is probably a good idea, because I'm associated with someone who doesn't take it all too seriously. I quite enjoy the scenery, you see. I like this kind of stuff. Actual authenticity of driving, that's not the way I prefer to play. I like just getting the train rolling and then looking at it, and occasionally stopping in the right place, and then occasionally recording a daft voiceover of some description for the passengers. Need to do another one of those. I haven't done one of those in a while. I ought to do another one. What are you playing at? Alright, okay. We went into another dimension there briefly, but we're back again. Alright, fine. Good. 4.8 kilometres to go, and that means that in 100 metres I should be hearing from you. That's miles, you fool. It's 7.2 kilometre high. Oh, it is. Yeah. You want me doing VO for Mind the Gap, stand clear of the doors, please. I could do all of them, you know. I could get every underground announcement from the underground, whip it all together, put it on one of those little speech boxes that you get, and then you can push the button at the right time to trigger the authentic experience. Because obviously, if we're not putting it in the game, I could make a couple of quid out of it. Yeah, you heard me, Mike. Yeah, if you're not doing passenger announcements, I'll do them, and I'll sell them as a voice pack. In fact, I wonder if Voice Attack would support Train Sim World. Interesting. Is that like one of those 18 voice box things? Exactly like one of those 18 voice box things. Yeah. Would you add the Chiltern Mainline to TSW2? We're not really talking about what we're going to be working on in the future. Obviously, Chiltern Mainline, it's a good one. So you know, it's one that we'd definitely like to add at some point in the future. I'm nowhere near doing the right speed here. Yeah, but you've got a 50 coming up shortly. All right, well let's go for that then. All right, okay, good. Let's scare that guy out of his jumper. See, you'd buy a voice announcement pack if you could do it for Xbox. I've told you, Mike, it's a nice little earner. You know, I'll even give you a kickback. Have a word with the powers that be. Something like the ghost face voice changer. No, but that would require you to put the thing on your face while you're driving the train. I think it's going to be slightly disruptive to your authentic simulation experience. It's just a hunch. Let's hear the engine roar. It's electric. It doesn't really roar. Here we go. I'll park us up the front, but you really shouldn't get overexcited because it's... There you go. It sounds like this. It's not that noisy a train, I'm afraid. Sorry, just isn't. Knight Rider, one of my favourite series. You can speed up now. No, I can't. There's a 50 limit in 600 metres. I'm not speeding up. Aber klar, das gleich wird auch bei den Eis gelten. Man kann die AFB runterstellen. Und so bremst der Zug dich auch die vorgegebene Geschwindigkeit. Great. Now, obviously, I can take a reasonable stab at the pronunciation, but I've got no idea what you just said. I might have upset an awful lot of people, and I might have a P45 waiting for me in my inbox. Stop speaking French. Entschuldigen. There you go. What is my favourite route in train sim world? Don't really have a favourite route per se, but my favourite train, my favourite loco is probably the 101. Just because it's a little bit temperamental, so where that runs is probably my favourite thing. Although I am looking forward to taking a class 101 up Sandpass Great. The same would apply for ICEs. You put the AFB down, and so the train brakes you to a specified speed. Thanks, Scotty. Scotty there, bang on the Google Translate button. Magical. I mean, announcements on a Bakerloo line like this is doing each station stop. Yeah, I'd totally do that. I'd totally do that. Yeah, no, it's good. I'll have a word with some people. See what happens. Yeah, good. Right. Okay. Now we've got 1.3 kilometres to go to our waypoint, and that's where we're going to wrap it up for today. I'm already over budget a little bit, but that's okay. I felt like it was worth getting to the point where we wanted to get to. Well, you know, we are slowing down. Yeah, but that's because you've got the throttle down here for it. It's only gently applying onto my brake. Anyway, Matt will be here tomorrow, where he will be delving into the jungle undergrowth of the steam workshop and coming out with something tasty between his teeth, which he'll then play for your amusement and or education and or temptation. He'll play it for some reason or another, partly probably because he's contractually obliged to do so. He does it for fun. Crazy fool. Anyway, thank you very much for tuning in. The Bakerloo line Q&A is the next one coming up. We don't have a date for it yet. Keep your eye on all the usual places that you keep your eye on, assuming they are train simulation related, to find out when we're harvesting questions in order to get your questions in. Good. Right. There you go. I'll catch up with you next time. Thank you very much for watching. Have a splendid rest of your day. Hopefully it goes smoothly for you and everything is a delight. And I'll catch up with you next time. Cheerio. Push buttons. That's one. That's please wait. Well, which one is it then? Is outro? Is intro? Outro. It's outro. No, that's the fish tank. Okay, well, oh, it's this one. Yeah, of course it is. You should relabel these. Yeah, it might make life a little bit easier. Yep. Okay, good. Then we mute the microphone. Yeah.